going to block out the roof of this thing. I'm going to see if I can't set you guys up over here where you can see a little bit of what's going on. Let's see if I can do this. Still haven't fixed my phone stand thing. Oh, let me rig something up here real quick. But today we are going to be blocking out the roof on the 67 Camaro. Let's see. And we got it here. I'm in a one-car garage. So I'm going to try to prop my phone up on that door over there and see if I can't get it to where you guys can see what's going on. But anyways, I blocked this out a couple times already. Found some highs, found some lows. Fixed what I could as far as all that goes. We're going to be blocking out this one side first. See if my door will stay up. Do it just like that. And, sorry. Anyways, we're going to be working on this side here. I primered it with a lacquer primer. And no, it's not staying on the car. It's all getting sanded back off. When I started doing all my body fill, I did block it out with 36 and then I went 8 grit until I was happy with it. Now we're going to block it out with 120 and fix anything that we need to fix, any little issues. And then after that we'll go to 240 sandpaper and we'll block it out again just to make sure we got all the highs and the lows out of it. Make sure it's gonna be what I want. For anyone starting out, I would recommend, sorry you can't see my face, but I would recommend going to your automotive store and buying a gallon of lacquer primer if you have a airless system or a HVLP gun that you can spray it through. It is going to be way cheaper to buy a gallon of lacquer primer to do your color sanding or your guide coats than it is to keep on replacing it with spray cans. Because when I went up there, it was like $13 to $14 a piece on spray cans, or I could buy a gallon for, I think it was a little under $80. I bought a gallon of lacquer primer, and it's all getting sanded off. We're not leaving the lacquer primer. We are going to do an epoxy primer when I get to that point, but I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars on epoxy primer that I'm just sanding off, especially when I'm still just doing the body filler work. And if you're like me and you don't have a lot of time in your day, it's really helpful to go back and spray your car and not leave any bare metal showing, because you're just going to sand it back off anyway. I'm not able to do all this body work in one day. I wish I could, but I can't. I'm not that experienced. I'm still learning, and we are still getting to where I want this car to be. I'm getting a little tedious and making sure that everything is right, that it's straight as I possibly can make it with the knowledge that I have. I went through a few gallons of body fill. It all got sanded off, but that was me learning and learning how to work with it and what I need to look for when I sand it off. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get the block sanding on this car. I'm not time-lapsing or anything. I'm kind of done editing videos, so I will make this a little bit longer than I have been making it. But I don't have my equipment anymore to edit videos and do all that fun stuff. I kind of lost it, and I moved a couple times since I was doing this the last time. So anyways, we're going to work with what we got. Take what you want from this. Take what you want from this and leave out what you don't. Learn from my mistakes. That's what I've been doing with everybody else. I look at their body work on their YouTube and how they do it. And so I picked up a few things and discarded a few things and And so anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get back to block sanding this car, and once I get to certain points I will show you where I'm at. But we're going to cross hatch it, basically making an X across the whole car. I'm not going to do little areas at a time. I'm going to start from the front, work all my way to the back, and I'm going to go one way, and then when I get to the other end I'm going to turn and come back the other way. So here we go. Other way. And if you're using a hand file like I am, don't just focus on one little spot. If you've never done this before, I found it, I get a lot better results when I cover a big area, so I try to cover at least half the roof when I'm doing this. That way I don't create any low spots with my file. So anyways, make sure you're trying to cover as much area as you possibly can, and make sure you're going all the way across. Don't just stay right here and go like this. I mean, make full passes all the way as far as you can reach. And that'll keep your car a lot more straight. It'll prevent any divots or low spots. And it takes longer, I get that, but you know, if you want a good result, you're gonna have to work for it. So that's what we're doing here, is we're working for it. And as you notice, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my file. I'm keeping it firm to the car. I'm letting the sandpaper do the work, and you just get a lot better results when you do that. So So far, all my high spots, I'll show you, all my high spots are just body filler. So I'm not really too concerned about that. I'm gonna keep sanding until I get all this primer off this car, and that way I can reveal the low spots. This will file down as I keep sanding this car. It'll go where I want it to go, and so that's what I'm gonna do there. I'm gonna not worry about that too much. I did have a couple high spots over here that is metal on my quarter. See if I can show you that right there. That's a high spot, so I will probably get a dolly and a hammer and dolly that down. Yeah, I know, I don't have a mask. Leave it out of the comments. I need to get some. I just haven't done it, and I'll probably get some by the next video I make, but I'm not leaving the day to do it, to be honest with you. You should wear a mask. It's safer to wear a mask. I get that. But today I'm kind of being a rebel, so don't follow my lead. And forgive me if it does concern you. To retry. Okay, I don't know what happened. So if you want to know how long this stuff takes to actually sand the car and do all this blocking, and watch this video. This is real time. This is the actual time it's going to take me to sand this, just the roof on this car, and going into the quarters. There's no trick to it. There are quicker ways to do it. It depends on what result you're going after. And for me, learning this, I want to keep doing this, keep doing other cars. We are looking at another house that has a shop on it. I don't know if we'll get it, but that's the hope. And so anyways, hopefully we'll get that shop and we'll be able to do a lot more, get some better tools, quicker ways to do it. But if you're just learning, I would suggest doing hand tools. Don't try to go to air tools and orbitals and trying to do all that. I mean, you can, you just might be learning a little bit slower as far as learning, teaching your eyes where they need to be to see what you need to see on the car. I tried an orbital and it did not work out very well for me. It might work out for you, just whatever you want, but I'm going to learn to do it the old-fashioned way with hand tools and then progress from there. So take what you will from that. After talking, I don't remember where I was. Hope everybody's enjoying the Monday. I got off work early, so this is what I chose to do. I'm currently waiting on the motor still, but it should be done pretty soon. They had to balance the crankshaft for me, so we decided to go ahead and balance it, so no issues whatsoever, and it should work out pretty well. Making sure it's all balanced, no vibrations in the motor, and maybe we won't break down the first time we drive this thing. I do have the interior and everything inside, so it's all ready to go in, but we are patiently waiting until we get this done the way that we want to get it done. Using my hand to try to see if I can't locate any high or low spots. A little high spot there, maybe a low spot. But other than that, it feels pretty good. Not too many issues. Tell you what, if anyone's bored and wants to come have a block party, you know, I'll give you my address. No, I'm just kidding. Much better. So we're working that one high spot I showed you down. Got another one right there and one right here that we're working down. But it's gonna be slow going, I'm afraid. I wish it was like all those videos you see of all these professionals doing these bodywork stuff, and you just wait 5 minutes and they're done. That would be nice. Not for me though. Actually, you gotta do it. For a professional, there's probably about 50 hours worth of work here. For me, there's probably about 120, 230. No. For me, it's probably going to take me double, triple amount of time it would if somebody that was here knew what they were doing completely. But this is the joy of learning how to work on cars. I mean, especially once we get to see the final product, I think it's going to be well worth it. Well worth it. Okay, still working. Still working. So far, all my high spots are body filler, and that's a good sign. That's a good sign because I can work that body filler down without having to hand on the car. I don't see any metal showing yet, which is a good sign. I'll eventually want to see it, but I don't want to see it just yet because that would mean I went about as low as I can go without doing some kind of work to it. And that's what I've been working on the last few times that I sanded this down. I've already been over this roof 2 or 3 times, blocking it out. Took me a few days, so the last time I blocked this completely out, it took me a full, I think it was 9-10 hours that it took me to block. I was about whipped after that. Sorry for my phone going off. Fiance's texting me, let me know when she's gonna be home. Set it on the car. Lose some light for a second. I'm gonna blow this car off. That way I can see what's going on. Alright, so you know I do have this ventilated. I have 2 doors open. Oh, if I could figure out how to use my camera, that'd be great. So, anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna wipe that camera off. So there's a couple high spots there. There's one over there. We got a few high spots in here, which is alright. Because we can sand all that down. We had this over here. My gun was dirty when I sprayed this stuff, so it did not lay on there very well, if you can see that, but it doesn't matter. It's all coming off anyway. But so far, it's been almost 30 minutes, and this is how far we've gotten. Takes a little bit of time, and that's no fun. Set you back up here. I'm gonna keep sanding. I might run a few more minutes and show you what I got going on. I don't really want to make these videos too long, because if you were me, you'd probably get bored of sitting here watching somebody sand this whole thing too. It's not a very fun part of body work, but seeing the results is fun. I do enjoy the results I get after all the work that I put into this thing. I should have had pictures of all the low spots in it before I started doing all this, but it is what it is. That's all I know to say. do have one little high spot right over here. I'm not gonna lay that up there. I almost laid it on the car to prevent myself from doing that, but you see that high spot right there. And so we are going to give it a little tap, and we'll put a little bit of spray paint there, and let it dry. Let it dry. And see if we got it down or not. So we're gonna let that dry. So when I run into a high spot that's metal, I spray it with a little bit of primer, black, whatever you got. That's just what I have. I tap it down just a little bit, and then I'll sand over it until I know that it's no longer a high spot. You got to be careful. Don't hit it too hard. You don't want to create another dent or low spot. But the reason I decided to knock it down was we have this high spot here, and then we hit that as well. And I want least amount of body filler on here as possible. So I'm gonna knock that down until I get a little bit more of that gone with all the primer off of it. So that's how I'm going to tell where this car needs to be, is when all that primer is gone off of here, and I just start to scrape that, then I will be happy. So that's how I'm gonna determine if I'm doing that the right way or not. So anyways, that's the only high spot that is metal that I see on top of the roof so far. Let's see here. I don't have the best lighting, so you'll have to forgive me. So I don't see any more exposed metal. I just see the body filler. That's what I'm calling high spots, but we're working it down because it is getting longer as we go. So there's another little high spot there. So anyways, that's the way I work down the metal. And anyways, I'm gonna finish blocking this out. I'm gonna finish getting this all blocked out and get it down. And after I get this all blocked out and all the primer off of it and I'm happy with it, I will make another video, hopefully of putting the primer on this. I still got a little bit on the quarter I got to do over there as well. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little how not to do video, or how to do. But anyways, take what you want, leave what you don't, and hope everyone enjoys their day and get out there and work on your projects and get them done. It only takes a little bit of time, a little bit of money. You guys have a good day. We'll see you next time.